Hi everybody, Steven here. Gonna start taking apart the 351 4V heads. So I'm gonna pull out the valve springs and the valves. Just gonna take a look at the seats. Yeah, just more of an exploratory thing to check things out. I also have a tool there that I purchased to do it. Wasn't impressed with it. I will leave a link to a review that I'm going to do on that tool. So you'll see me struggling with this tool. So if anybody's thinking about buying that and you're looking at doing like a large engine, you may want to think twice. But stick around. We'll see you in a bit. Time to remove some valve head cylinders. So before I do that, I've got to remove the rocker arms. So let's tackle that first. Really curious to see how these valve guides are. Need a battery. Oh, let's grab one from over here. Just a 1/2-inch bolt. That's pretty much it. Now, last I tried this, the Valve Spring Compressor I bought at Princess Auto, I guess would be your equivalent to Harbor Freight. Not the greatest quality, but it couldn't compress, and I think it could be because these things that the retainer's kind of stuck. So I got an idea here. At least I want to take off one. Yeah. Not really my work clothes, but I just finished writing the test, so kind of in a hurry or dying. Let's see how this thing works out. Putting a cloth underneath the valves, and I'm going to hit it like it owes me money. Now let's see if that jarred it a bit loose. And by the way, wasn't my idea. It was Mr. Randy, son-in-law's idea. And it worked, Randy. So I wasn't going to take all the credit for it. Let me turn this around. The camera can't really see jack. I probably should just have one head on here, but so there's a retainer there holding the spring, and I gotta tighten this up a bit more, I think. I don't want to get myself too filthy either. There we go. I'm not normally used to working with gloves, to be honest with you. Whoops. Got to get in front of the camera there for a minute. There we go. So there's the retainers. I'll be replacing those no matter what. Let's take the valve spring off. So there's the valve spring. More than likely going to be replacing. Let's try that again. More than likely going to be replacing these. I'm going to probably mark where these things are. I wonder if the valve seal's good. That's sarcasm, by the way. There we go. A little chewed up. And no, you can't see this. This is the exhaust valve. See if I can zoom in on it. There's a slight play. I'm bringing it to the top. There is a slight play, so I'll replace the valve guides. It's so there's the exhaust valve. Let's back this out. There's the exhaust valve. So a slight play. I got to get myself a micrometer. You can see somewhere. Hope I can focus in. You can see somewhere down here, obviously, not at the top there. Let me know what you folks think. You can see that there's a difference between here and down here, but there's no ridge. I don't feel a ridge with my nail. Texture feels a bit different, but there can't really feel a ridge. That's it. Got to do that about, well, 16 more times, folks, right? Let's take the intake one out. Let's check that one out. That's a good old valve spring. I was a little, I'll be honest with you. Again, this is the one from Princess Auto. Again, aka sort of like your Harbor Freight in the States. I didn't think this thing would have the balls to do it, to be honest with you. But the son-in-law said he had one like this and it worked. I looked at other comments online and they said it didn't work even with the 350, but okay, so let's try this out now. Nope, I got to get in front of the camera. Nope, it doesn't like that one. So I think I got to give it a little bit more negotiating. So this is going around the valve stem. Just hoping to loosen things up a bit. I'm hoping to get this brought in and Magnaflux. Today is a Wednesday. I'm hoping I can drop it off tomorrow. hopefully get it Magnaflux before next week, so I know if they're good heads or bad heads, because I bought it, like I said, on the weekend, and buddy told me if there's problems, to get back to him. Oh yeah, she's a booger. Oh, I gotta beat it some more. Oh, retainer just popped out. See how she does now. And again, I'm looking at replacing the valves. I highly doubt they're good. Holy cow, that's really tight. Let's back it off a notch. There we go. Sorry about getting in front of the camera, folks, but you got to do what you got to do. So again, got that other little retainer in there. Come on. Come out. Let's back it off just a little tighter. Come on. Wish this handle was longer, to be honest with you. Get a lot more leverage out of it. I actually might weld something on it, because this is going to be too tight. If I got to do this and all this, these heads. Come on. Come out of there. All right. Oh. Still in there, doesn't want to come out. Grab some pliers. All right, let's try this again. I think I gotta tighten it up a fair amount more. Oh man, that thing. Oh shit. Needs a lot more torque on there. Ah, ah. You gotta adjust this so it sits over the spring like that. The valve's in the center there. Valve's in the center, you gotta compress it down so it passes the valve and it clears these little ridges, I'll call them, right? So the retainers pop off. So this valve's got to be, the spring's got to be compressed down. Like I said, this thing's made for, looks like it's made for motorcycles or something. Here we go, I got it this time. A little bit of brute force and ignorance, folks. So there's the other spring, whatever the top of it, whatever you call that. It's retainers. And let's look at this guy. Actually, there's actually zero play on this intake valve. Zero friggin' play. Wow. Like that thing is perfect. The valve seal looks a lot better than the other one. Wow, there's like no play whatsoever. I'm getting the valve and I'm shaking it sideways. Nothing whatsoever. That's pretty darn good. Now, been doing a lot of checking around. Now, this is a 1970, and the exhaust valve seats, they're saying, should be replaced with hardened seats because of the leaded gas or whatever, right? Or unleaded that we have, I should say. I've heard some write up on that. I don't know how much I believe it or not, but I don't think it's too expensive to replace the seats. I might just do that. But again, I got to talk to the machinist and see. But I've got a lapping tool and some lapping compound, and I'm just going to put it on, check it out. I'm just going to look at the seal myself, see how good or how bad the seals are on this thing, right? I'm just curious, to be honest with you, right? That's it. Let's take a look. Let's get my. Actually, let's just take it right out of here. Let's take a look at the seats here. It's hard to kind of tell. Let me grab my glasses and a light. See a little pitting. You can see a little bit of pits. A little bit of the exhaust here. A little bit of pitting as well on the exhaust, but oops, let's go back over there. There we go. Some pitting on the exhaust there. Like I said, I'm curious. I just want to clean them up and kind of take it from there. But they all look like they're burning pretty even, to be honest with you. So, anyways, I'm going to repeat that 15 more times. Take it apart, then I'll bring it in. All right. So, that's pretty much it. I'll show you when I got them all yanked out. Okay. See you in a bit. Okay, everybody. I managed to get the all the valves out of the head using, let's flip that around. Come on. That tool right there. I did a review on that. I'll put that in the, I'll leave a link for towards the end of the video, right? I did a review on it. I got it from Princess Auto. Spoiler, it's a piece of junk. But anyways, I'll talk about how I did modifications on it just to get the job done. But I did get the valves all, sorry, everything's out. You'll see the valves are still in there. The only reason why I did that, I want to mark which valve goes into which head and which position, right? Just for my own peace of mind. Not that it really matters. I'm getting new valves, new seats, all that stuff. For the most part, it's been pretty solid. Like very little play. There's exhaust. There's an intake. Like no play on that. Most of this stuff, there's absolutely no play. And I was thinking maybe all I need to do is lap this thing. Then I came over to this one. Oops. Come on, cooperate with me. Camera's going ape. There we go. Then I came over to this one here. So you can probably hear that. Just a tad play there, huh? So obviously that's not good. So I'm going to bring them into the machine shop. I don't know if I'll do that today or tomorrow. We'll see what happens from there. I got to get the MagnaFlux. That's my priority. Clean the MagnaFlux, and then check for cracks, and then talk with the machinist over there. The other thing, my neighbor and I, Warren, actually noticed is if I zoom in here, if you look at this here, it looks like it's chipped away part of the valve guide seat or whatever. That's the only one like that. And this is a bit shorter, or not a bit, you can actually visually see it's shorter. Don't look at the height of the valve. Don't look at that. Compare it to the seat to there. So quite a bit shorter. I don't know if it was messed with before or what. I'm more than likely going to get all this stuff, the guides removed and replaced with bronze guides. They seem to have better oil flow and stuff like that, and we'll take it from there. Anyways, let me flip this around. But that's it, everybody. If you found this entertaining, a little bit of grease, found it entertaining, hit the thumbs up at least. Also, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. It does help me out. The more subscribers, the better. And again, without subscribers like you guys, there's no content in YouTube. So, and it's free for you to do. Just sign into your YouTube or Gmail or whatever and click on subscribe. Thanks again. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one, which will be soon.